It is showtime and it's Matt in the JoJo. So welcome back, all my hustlers and grinders and go-getters. The ones that wake up in the morning, look in the mirror, say, I'm gonna get this money. What are we gonna talk about today, JoJo?
Well, obviously, we're going to start off by saying Happy New Year.
Happy New Year's.
Today is the very, very first day of a brand new year. And, typically people, they wake up on January 1st and they're super motivated and there's all these changes they're going to make and they're just going to, take on the world in 2024. They're going to make more money. They're going to lose weight. They're going to do this, and that. And I'm just here hoping that that motivation lasts longer than the typical 2 weeks.
Yeah, I thought about waking up and doing some push-ups, but instead of that, the JoJo made a pot of ham and beans, and I kicked back and ate 3 bowls of ham and beans for the year, JoJo, just to start the year off right.
Yeah, we definitely didn't start off our new year on a diet.
But we did start off with a bang, though. Julio went and knocked out a full load on our day off, and we went and knocked out another job too. So we actually made some money on our day off, and ain't nothing wrong with that, JoJo.
There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. So one more time, Happy New Year. It's January 1st, 2024. And we're so glad that you're hopping in and saying Happy New Year and joining us. And we're going to actually take some time to reflect on, things that happened this year.
So, a little recap.
Yeah, a little recap. We're going to talk about some of the things that happened to us this year, and then we'll delve into each thing just a little bit more. And feel free in chat to say hi. Let us know where you're from. And if anything really great happened to you this year, feel free to write that into, because we love hearing from all of you. So, actually, the very first thing that happened to us this year, or, last year now, is what? We hired our very first full-time employee, Julio.
And that was the best decision ever. He actually started January 14th, and it rained 2 weeks straight after we hired him.
Yeah.
And he was like, Matt, can you keep me busy? I said, Julio, don't worry. You're part of the family now. We got you. So that was the best decision we ever did. Having the Julio on the team is like building a football team, the Sonoma Strong Hauling team. So he does a big thing for our business. He's great to have on our team, and we're able to make more money with him. He's able to go out and tackle jobs when we're doing other jobs. It's a real beneficial thing. And a lot of people might be scared, like, you know what? You got to do your payroll. You got to do workman's comp. You got to get them insured underneath your vehicle. There's a lot that goes into it, a lot more money. But in the long run, it pays off. It pays for itself.
It does. It does. Because, if you are running around doing junk removal by yourself, yeah, that's great. A lot of money goes in your pocket. But, it's really difficult to do that by yourself every single day. And you get really burnt out. Having Julio, very, very beneficial. It is very much an asset, and we don't regret it at all. We absolutely love having him, work with us. So that was our very first thing that we did this year. And the next thing we did was we became a corporation.
JoJo, I am the president. I can't believe that. I went from a dirtbag to a president, JoJo.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So, So it was the year that we just, decided, hey, we are going to separate ourselves from the business. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with starting a business and doing it the sole proprietor way. It's easy that way. There's not a ton of extra paperwork, but there will come a time where you'll want to separate yourself from your business. And we did the corporation. And the only reason why we decided on a corporation instead of an LLC is because that was actually told that it was the best choice for us by our CPA. So that's why we did that. And, there's advantages to being an S Corp. It separates you from your business. There's tax advantages. But when we first switched over, it was difficult. like, I'm just going to be honest with you, it was difficult to restructure our business. There was some things that differently that you had to do with your bank account, and you had to switch, and all of that was just a kind of a big headache when you're taking payments, but you can't do certain things because you have to wait a few days for the accounts to flip over and change and all that. So that was challenging, but we are now a corporation, and that is something that happened last year in 2023.
And the crazy thing about it, now I'm thinking about it, Joe, I remember when I worked at the grocery store and I was making like $15 an hour. And the boss at the time kept promising me that I'm going to get a promotion to be a manager, and it never happened. So I started my own business. And now I think about it, Joe, that was a real blessing that I never was turned into a manager, because I'm making more money now than my old boss.
Yeah.
So shame on you if you're watching.
Sometimes, whoa, we are so fuzzy right now. Sometimes it's a good thing when things don't quite work out the way you're wanting, because that just means that there's something better for you somewhere else. And if you kind of look at life like that, just be like, well, there must be something else that I'm meant to do, because this isn't working out. And
yeah, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah. And we never would have thought, when we started this business as a side hustle, because we both had other full-time jobs. And when it was started as a side hustle,
hold on. We both have full-time jobs, and we were both broke. Had to put that in there.
Yeah. But we never would have thought that it would ended up being like a corporation. Like, this little side hustle that you're starting is going to be a corporation someday. Like, when we look back on things, we're like, wow, it really
and we are really so thankful. I'm not going to lie. When I'm driving around sometimes in the dump truck, I do pray to God and just thank him for everything he's done for me. And I feel like the more you give, the more you get back. It's like we help people grow their business and show them the way that we did it. And I really feel like a lot of people say, oh, you're saturating the junk removal business. You're doing this, you're doing that. Really, you can start any business the way we talk about the things we do. And I feel like the more we get back, Jojo.
Yeah, we actually got an email from somebody today, and he watches I don't even know if I told you, he watches our channel. And we motivated him so much to start his own business. And he doesn't do junk removal. He actually was really into pool servicing, and he was good at that. And he didn't even consider, oh, I could actually start my own business and do this on my own. And he sent us a long email today, and with lots of pointers on how we can take care of our pool. He just wanted to kind of pay it forward, and because we helped him so much, he gave us all kinds of pool advice.
We got the best subscribers in the world,
we really do. So if you're listening, I got your email today, and was really, and I wrote you back, so I was really touched that we helped you guys. And Matthew Brummett says, you guys have been motivating me so much that he's starting to do the same. That's great. Good for you. R5 Hauling and Junk Removal. Happy New Year from R5 Hauling and Junk Removal in Maryland. My trailer's almost done. He's been binging our videos, and he looks forward to hauling and balling.
Make sure when you watch the videos, like it, share it, leave a comment, and cheers to the new year with a non-alcoholic beer.
There you go. Let's see. Sherry says, good afternoon. Happy New Year. We stayed in last night. It was pouring rain here. Gotta love El Nino. Could be minus 20 Celsius or colder in Calgary. Oh, I would have stayed in too. Jordan says, happy New Year, and that he is so grateful for us too. Thank you so much.
So last night, me and the JoJo finally stayed up until midnight. I opened our front door, and there was no one yelling Happy New Year's or banging on pots or nothing like that. So when I opened the door, I started screaming out the door, huh?
Yeah.
No, we live in a nice neighborhood.
We have a really quiet neighborhood, but really, if you were quiet, you could hear people, letting off some fireworks and stuff. It was a little bit more in the distance. Jordan says his signs are going to be ready tomorrow. So good for you. All around junk removal. Happy New Year. We are booked this week.
Nice. Woo! Congratulations on that.
So other great things that happened to us this year. We got a new truck. So we have two.
And that was one of the best decisions besides hiring Julio full-time. Now we have 2 dump trucks, 2 moving billboards. People are seeing us twice as much, and we can get jobs done twice as fast now.
Yeah. It was a little, for me, it was a little bit scary to get 2 trucks because that's just, there's more expense involved. But it absolutely worked out. Like our phone even started ringing more. It's like the truck came in and then everything just kind of, you know what? Things work out.
They do. They really do.
Things work out. They really, really do. So,
and we got the truck from Bob Padilla. I'm going to have him on the channel real soon and do a live. He's from Monarch Trucks in San Jose. You guys can give him a call if you're looking for a truck and let him know that Sonoma Strong Hauling sent you. And if you want a truck like Sonoma Strong Hauling, let him know you want the Sonoma Strong Hauling edition. He has it in the computer. His phone number is in the description down below. And if you don't call him right now, he is going to be on the channel real soon. We're going to have Bob on the channel, Joe. It's about damn time.
Yeah, really. Our truck, when you can do it, you don't have to have our truck to start junk removal. We started with just a pickup truck. But when it's really time to step your game up, there really isn't a better junk removal like vehicle out there.
Our second job today, you couldn't get there with a truck and a trailer. Our dump truck was pretty sketchy getting there, but we got there. It was easy to turn around. It was in Forestville, California, and it was down a windy road, 1-lane road, and there's a bunch of big trees there. And if you went down that road with a truck and trailer, there was nowhere to turn around. You'd have to back out like, 4 miles we went in?
Yeah.
So having a dump truck or just a truck with a bed in the back with some high walls makes a difference, especially if you have roads like that where you're at.
Okay, Matthew says, it's so true. I work at a pizza place hourly and I'm starting a side hustle. And in the summertime, I cut a lot of grass and with a lot of cash. I'm not sure what he meant.
He's cutting grass and getting cash, JoJo. Okay. He's mowing lawns, trimming bushes, and making money. That's what he's saying.
Landscaper, here in our area, landscapers make a killing. Oh, this is a good one. So, how much did you pay for your trucks?
So the prices vary. If you want to get a brand new one, they're around $90,000, which is a lot of money, but it's a moving billboard. It's a write-off. And if you're in a good populated area and the market's going to keep bringing you more business, it'll make its money back. If you're in an area where you just started, I wouldn't go with the dump truck. I'd wait until you have the business, until the market tells you, you know what, Mr. John, whoever you are, you need to get a dump truck. Let the market tell you when to buy one. That's what I would do.
Yeah. And our first truck was a lot cheaper than our second one.
Yeah, everything's more expensive. Yeah. Gas is more expensive. Food's more expensive. Dump fees are more expensive. Everything's more expensive nowadays.
Yeah.
It's the new normal, JoJo.
It is. Alex says, who do you use for commercial insurance? Progressive is canceling him.
So what I would do, I don't know what state you're in, but we go through Progressive on one of our truck insurances. And then our other one, we went through a broker that found us insurance. It's kind of hard to get junk removal vehicles insured because a lot of people don't want to renew policies or do policies with junk removal. I don't know why, but I went through a broker on one and the other one's through Progressive, and we haven't been dropped yet. So I'm gonna knock on wood right now. And we use Progressive, and I forget what the other one is. I can't remember off the top of my head, but let's do a broker.
If you have a hard time, finding it, you can go through a broker because it's their job. It's their job to match you with insurance that's going to work for you.
And let me tell you, it's hard for him to find someone too, but he finally found someone. Oh, he's in California. That's why. Yeah, I'll check with the broker.
I'm from DC. I'm buying a pickup truck next week.
That's a good way to start the year.
And then within 24 hours in one day, I got 5 jobs. Ooh, 5 jobs in one day. I love.
You can't be mad at that,
You
JoJo.
can't. Junk removal is so great because you can not have jobs on the calendar and then have your next day be full. In just a couple of hours, your phone can ring and you can just fill up slots like that. Or one great big job comes in. Like you just never know. Charles says, great story on your business. Pass your used work boots to me. I'm starting in March. Junk Masters. Memphis.
If you wear a size 15, let me know your address. I got some funky ass boots for your ass. And the best boots to get is I'm gonna get Brunt because they are sponsors with us. Or they sponsor us. Get some Brunt boots. Brunt boots are really, really comfortable. I love them. And I think they're the best boots out there for the junk removal business. And I hate when I see guys post pictures, JoJo. They're knocking down sheds, they're hauling trash, and they're wearing just regular tennis shoes.
You can get hurt.
That makes my feet hurt. Make sure you got some steel toes. And Brunt boots are the best, I would say.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Let's see. Whoops. Oh, how much do we think we spend on gas per month?
We spend a lot on gas. I would say about maybe around $2,000 a month on gas. We're moving a lot. We have 2 dump trucks rolling too. So yeah, about $2,000.
About $2,000.
About $2,000. JoJo's like, wow, about $2,000, JoJo. Maybe $1,800 to $2,000. I gotta check my numbers and crunch them, but I would say that. We rolling, JoJo. We roll. We all around Sonoma County every day.
Okay.
And remember, gas out here in California is around $5.49 to $5.95 per gallon. So it's not cheap. So every time I fill up the dump truck, it's around $100 to $120.
So Matthew says, I looked at a $7,000 box truck with a built-in ramp that I could use year-round.
Nice.
Yep. Whatever's going to work for you. I've been very slow, maybe 5 jobs in 3 weeks. It's that time of year. If you live in a place that gets really cold and it snows, like you'll really, really slow down like a lot this year. If you're in an area like us, we'll slow down a little bit if it's really rainy and cold, but it doesn't snow here. So we don't like see that much of a hit. R5 hauling and junk removal set. Oh, she's a she, not a he. And her son works with her. So excited. That's great. You guys are going to be working together. That's awesome. Good for you. Way to go. I started a junk removal business in Treasure Valley, Idaho because of you guys. Yay.
JoJo, you're not saying their names for some reason. Why not?
Oh, Tanner H. Thanks for the motivation. It's been slow so far, but calls are coming in more and more.
That sounds a lot better, JoJo, when you say their name.
Yeah.
So let's get into the video, JoJo. What else is going on over here? What else we do this year?
Let's see. Did we talk about why we loved having the truck so much?
Yes, we did.
Okay.
We also got married, JoJo.
Yeah. Well, one of the reasons we're not really done with the truck part, because one of the reasons we did it was we knew we needed to have a really big write-off.
And that's a good feeling when you make so much money that you need a big write-off.
We needed a really big write-off. And you were actually pushed to get the dump truck sooner than you were going to because of the pin incident.
Oh, check this out. So we had a real struggle in 2023. Check this one out. I was rolling down on the freeway, going around 55 to 60 miles an hour, and I was in the Toyota Tundra, and the dump trailer popped off on me. And it was like I'm trying to brake. It's pushing against the pushing against the truck. And I pull over safely. The good thing the dump trailer was empty. Someone pulled the damn pin out the hitch of my truck. That's crazy. Someone tried to do that, JoJo. I don't know if someone just came by and took it out for some reason, or a competitor did that. I got a lock on it. And that's one of the reasons why I got a dump truck sooner, was for a tax reason. And also, I was like, you know what?
You didn't want that to happen again. That was very scary.
It wasn't going to happen again, but I felt like someone did that on purpose to try to slow us down. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to get rid of the trailer, and we're just going to get another dump truck. It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah. Alex said gasoline in California is $5 a gallon. It's a little higher sometimes, depending on where you are at. I started. Tyrone says he started a junk removal business. I'm a vendor for a few storage facilities, but I'm trying to get more customers. Is there an app I could use to help me get more customers?
What I would do is I would download Instagram, Facebook, get a Google business profile. When it comes to apps, really Nextdoor. I don't know about any apps that we would use. I know there's Load Up. I wouldn't use them because they're going to pay you pennies on what you could make. I would advertise on all the free platforms, and I wouldn't do none of the paid ones and get your own leads. So you don't need a middleman taking a big chunk. So I'd post on Craigslist, Facebook, get a Google business profile, post on Instagram, post on TikTok, and get the leads yourself. I wouldn't pay for nothing. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Okay. And then Jordan says, if you could advertise in just one place, where would it be?
Facebook all damn day. Facebook. I love Facebook.
Yeah, we get so many calls from people that seen us on Facebook.
So Facebook and Google business profile. Those two right there will make you money. If you work them right.
Yep. And got down to 25 last night. Wintry mix coming weekend. Yeah, so when it's really, really snow, people they just kind of hibernate. So junk removal definitely slows down.
Someone asked, why aren't you guys in the studio room?
Yeah, we actually have my son is staying with us now, and he took the YouTube.
He took over the damn YouTube room.
He took the YouTube room. And we were still using it even after he moved in. We were still using it, but I just found it really difficult to move the chairs in and out and the lighting, and just we had to keep setting it up and tearing it down. So for right now, we're in one of our other rooms, and then once the Christmas tree's down, we're gonna change spots again. So we're making it work.
Making it work.
No Silver says, hello, Sonoma Strong Hauling and Junk Removal. So another great thing that happened to us this year is we got married. We had our wedding.
We got married. Check that out. It still fits on my finger. It still fits. So yeah, I married the JoJo. I married my best friend. It's a damn good feeling too.
It is, and it was such a great wedding. So it was a long time coming. We were together for a long time before we got engaged, and then we were engaged for a couple of years.
And you're a great tax break too, JoJo. I'm just saying.
Yeah, we actually haven't figured out how much yet.
I can't wait. Hopefully, it's a lot of money.
Yeah, so that's awesome, and that's great, and we haven't stepped back and really decided on a honeymoon, and we're going to take one, but we weren't in a hurry to get married and then go take off really quick and have a honeymoon. There's plenty of time for that.
Plenty of time for that. And one of the coolest things that we did last year was started our classes, our Roadmap to Success class, and we're actually going to start one again. So if you don't know what our coaching class is, it was an 8-week class. We're breaking it down to a 6-week class now. And all the guys that were in there and females that were in our group for our first class, I really, really am on the sideline cheering them on, wanting them to do so good. And they got a lot of great information from the classes.
Yeah, I would say that because we did this, mentor coaching class. And we weren't really sure how it was going to go because we hadn't done something like that before. And it was so rewarding and it was so great. And I ended up, really, really knowing we only picked 10 people per class to work with. So we became so close to all 10 people, and they actually became close with one another too. And what's really cool is when people are done with the class, there's it's a really private Facebook group that only our class members, past class members, get to be part of. And they actually really liked that because they wanted to stay in touch and be able to talk business and ask questions and get like 10 other people plus our feedback on different things, that questions that they had regarding their business or junk removal and this and that. And it was such a great like networking that it was actually better than just a one-on-one mentoring. Like really,
It
you would
was
think
good.
one-on-one mentoring would be like super incredible, like one-on-one with Matt and the JoJo. I mean, it was good because we did give them snippets of that, but having like 10 other people that were junk haulers, that were trying to level up, that had many of the same questions that everybody has, and then we're like they're brainstorming with each other, and then we're telling them this is what you should do. And then at the end of the class, what I thought was really cool is that we told them, if we were you, this is what we would do for our business. So we literally, all 10 of them, we broke 10 different scenarios down of what we felt would be best for their business. And then in one of our posts that we did, what's the best investment you did for yourself this year? And our students said, taking our class. And I was blown away.
Which felt really good. I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah, because one of the things we asked them was, what can we do differently? How could this class be better? And they just both looked at us and they just said that they couldn't, there is nothing they would change. They ended up learning way more than they ever thought they did. And then that was just super rewarding, because I wanted like criticism, because I wanted to be able to change and grow.
So we really, really went deep into what we do on the daily, things that we did to build a strong foundation, the pounding the pavement, the ways we got customers, the repeat, just all kinds of stuff that we did to build our business, never paying Google ads, and how we got it to where we got 2 brand new dump trucks, which is unheard of someone starting a business, never paying for Google ads, and all of a sudden buying a house, having money in the bank, looking for another piece of property, having 2 dump trucks and still growing their business. It's unheard of, not paying barely anything. I think the whole year last year, we paid around $8,000 in advertising. That was like Facebook boost. That was like our t-shirts. That was getting the truck wrap. We barely spent any money advertising at all. That's it.
Yeah.
So the class was off the hook. I actually talked to one of the guys every day. Luis, what's going on? If you're watching, I feel like we built a friendship with all these people, and it was a really good feeling, JoJo.
It was a great feeling, and we'll do it again.
We're going to do it again, but we're not going to let no one in their area. So we're going to be really hand picking these people who we're going to choose that we want, that we'll think it will work out for them. It's going to be real challenging doing that. But we have a lot of people that hit us up last time that we didn't choose. So we're going to follow up with them people and check them out. And we just made a post on Facebook and also on YouTube about our classes. So if you want to check it out, see if you're a perfect fit, you can check out SonomaStrongCoaching.com.
Or click on the description, because I put it in there.
Down below.
And keep in mind, if you're interested, we only pick 10 people, and we won't pick another person that's from your area. So that way, you can put into practice what we teach for your area, so that you can rank organically on Google. So we'll give you all kinds of tips on how to get better searched in your area. And so we don't want another person that's from your area learning the same things, and then you guys are both doing the same thing. And so we only pick 10, and we won't pick anybody that's in the areas of the students we just worked with. You're
not going to make money overnight. You got to put in the work and take the criticism.
We give you homework.
You got to be a go-getter. You got to have that I'm hungry mentality. I got to make this shit work out. And you got to get out there and make shit happen, and really listen to what we say to do if you want it to work out.
Yeah.
And with that being said, JoJo, another thing that I did last year that felt super good was giving my dad the FJ Cruiser. That was one of the best feelings besides the classes, JoJo, was helping my dad out.
Yeah.
And giving him a vehicle.
You know, that really did feel good because, as a parent, you do so much for your kids. And I'm sure when you were not doing well, your dad was always there for you.
He was there all the time. He had to like step back because I was just messing up so much. He was like, I got to let him go, do his thing and learn the hard way. He bailed me out of jail so many times. He's seen me at my worst. And I'm glad that he's still alive and that I was able to do what I did, get my life together, be sober, find the right person, my soulmate, buy a house, have a successful business, and not be a greedy person and actually be like, you know what, Dad, I got you. You want to go hunting? Don't worry. I'll pay for everything. You want to get something to eat? I got you, Dad. Hey, you need a vehicle? Don't worry. Your son got you. I got your back like you had my back. So that was one of the best feelings in the world was giving my dad the FJ Cruiser.
Yeah.
But he's not getting the boat. He wants the boat, I think. He ain't getting the boat, JoJo.
Jordan says, go to, do you pronounce that Phuket, Thailand, for your honeymoon? He said Thailand is beautiful for a honeymoon.
Hey, I like Thai food, JoJo. I ain't gonna lie.
So thank you, though, because he sent us the $2.
Oh, thank you.
And Excalibur wants to know if you left the wrap on or if you took it off.
You know what? My dad hated the wrap. He said, it's ugly, man. I don't like the wrap. But guess what? He got it with the wrap. I said, Dad, you got to leave the wrap on there. And here's the vehicle. So he's rolling around with it wrapped.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's rolling. He probably likes it now, JoJo. At first, he's talking crap, huh? He's like, I don't know why you wrapped that thing.
Yeah.
I don't know why you wrapped
he's so
it.
proud of that now. It is pronounced Phuket. Phuket.
Phuket.
Yeah.
Phuket.
Thank you so much for
we got a super chat, JoJo. I didn't even see that. $2. Holla.
That's what I just said. He sent $2.
Thank you very much.
Yeah,
we appreciate that.
Really, really nice of you. And then we have Junk Bees. It says Happy New Year, and he is one of our members.
Nice.
Yeah. So yes, it felt amazing giving your dad.
Oh yeah, for sure. He was so exciting. He was so excited. He's like, I felt like a kid every morning. I look out to see if it's even real. Is the FJ Cruiser still there? Yep, it's still there. Cool.
Has he said that anybody's recognized it and has come up to him?
I'm not sure.
Because you've been in the FJ Cruiser. If you don't know what we're talking about, it's wrapped. And it says Sonoma Strong on it. Oh, we were in LA once.
Yeah, some guy was hanging out the window saying, Madden and the JoJo, recording us on the freeway, but it was me and my dad.
And then we also had that around in was it Fairfield or Vallejo? And someone recognized us.
Yeah, and also over here too. Yeah.
I'm surprised nobody's honked at him or waved or anything.
My dad looks kind of mean a little bit. Maybe they don't want to talk to him. You never know.
They could honk and maybe he doesn't realize it. All right. Anyhow, we had other things that we were going to talk about too. Leave a chat about what your goal is for this year, because we have some different people from last time. So what is your goal, either personally or business? What is your goal? I'd like to hear it, because actually we made a saying. And he sent another $2 super
chat. $2. That's $4.
Oh, both of these places are good. He's like, is Sacramento or LA better for junk removal?
Oh,
I have my answer actually, but I'm going to let you go.
I'm going to say LA, Orange County, out that area. The reason why, it's a big area. And when we were out there visiting JoJo for those 5 days, we saw one junk hauler on the road. And I know a bunch of junk haulers that watch our channel that are out there in LA or Orange County, and they're making a killing. And they don't pay for Google ads. Some guys do, but if you're just a truck and a trailer guy or just solo bolo, I would say LA. Mm-hmm. What was your answer?
Well, I was kind of thinking Sacramento because it's not as big as LA.
But
it's big enough. But you're right. There's a lot of competition in Sacramento. Competition's not a bad thing. It actually means that they're making money. And that area, or they wouldn't all be there. I would say if you're in LA and you're going to do junk removal, I would try to conquer a small area.
Oh, for
because
sure.
if you throw it all out all over LA, then because LA is huge and it'll get lost.
It would take too long to get to one job to the next job.
So I would definitely focus like wherever you live, and then those like expensive areas right around where you live, and then that would be my target. So I would like really narrow a target and try to take that place over.
So if you want to stay busy and there's a lot of competition, you got to outshine your competition. And by doing that, how do you do that? You got to have a good brand, and you got to get in front of as many people as possible each and every day. Did you hear that? You have to get in front of as many people each and every day as you could. You got to get in front of people on Facebook. You got to get in front of people when they're rolling down the street and see your bandit signs. You got to be in front of potential customers. You can't just open a business and think because you got to Google My Business and you got a Facebook page and you're on Yelp that your phone's going to ring. It might ring here and there, but what you got to do is you got to make those connections. You got to meet the realtors, meet the property managers, meet the handyman, meet the movers, meet the donation people that pick up donations. You got to get your brand out there and make those connections. Because if you don't make the connections, guess what? You got a business, but you ain't got no business coming in.
Yeah, you got to be out there and you got to be talking to people and talking to everybody and just, when you own your own business, you have to be a people person and you have to be outgoing and you have to, be able to take charge and introduce yourself and let people know what you do. And if you start a business and you're kind of unsure of yourself and you don't really like talking to people and you're a little bit shy, that is something you have to overcome. You have to overcome. You have to be able to sell yourself, to sell your business, to get customers. It just goes together.
You got to make those opportunities come to you. You can't wait for them all the time.
Yeah, they're not gonna knock on your door.
Every once in a while they will.
You have to go out there.
Yeah, go and knock on that door yourself.
Yeah, so you got to do that. So Jean says, I'm in South Florida and I only have a pickup truck. I started a month ago, but I still feel like I'm all over the place.
Hey, that's the best way to advertise. Be everywhere.
Yeah, but if you mean like you don't know where to turn, you sound like a person that would really use structure. So you should like have a daily to-do list and make sure you post and make sure you do something like every single day, so that you can do it and mark it off and do it and mark it off. So you don't, so you're not running around with a chicken with its head cut off and only like, you don't want to half-ass it all over the place. You know what I mean? So if you write down things that you need to do and conquer, like in the morning every single day, and then just mark it off as you do it, then you won't really feel like you're all over the place. You'll feel like you're accomplishing stuff.
Yeah, just focus on certain things on certain days. Like, hey, Tuesday, I'm going to hit all the real estate offices up. Wednesday, I'm going to hit all the apartment complexes up, or hit a certain section, certain area up. And then another day, I'm going to put some signs out. The next day, I'm going to put some door hangers out. The next day. But while you're doing that, advertise on all your free platforms out there.
Yeah. Your free platforms you want to do every day. You want to post something every single day. Hopefully that helps you. My goal this year is to get a dump truck. Good for you. That is a great goal. And one of my goals is to make enough money to buy a used dump truck cash so I can take on larger jobs.
Nice.
That's great. I like your whole cash concept.
So JoJo, what's our saying this year? In 2024, we're going to do more.
Yeah, that's our saying for this year. Feel free to steal it.
How do you say it again?
2024 is the year of more. We are creating more in 2024.
I was saying it kind of ghetto earlier.
Yeah, but it's a saying I came up with.
So what we're going to do is we're going to advertise more. We're going to invest more. We're going to resell items more. We're going to scrap metal more. We're going to donate more. We're going to grow the business more. and we're going to make more money.
Yep. And we're going to try to save more on our dump fees. And that takes a little bit more time. When you're rushed and you have a lot of jobs, it's easy to just, throw a bunch of stuff in your dump truck and go to the dump and dump it and get on to the next job. But really, when you think about it, there's so much more money that is to be made in this business by, taking the time to go through things, knowing what is really resellable. Even taking, I don't know if you're into eBay, if that interests you, saving lots of things that you can just take pictures of, post online and sell it that way. A Facebook marketplace is a great place to sell things. If you have the room, just bring a bunch of stuff home and once a month have a yard sale. I mean, not everybody has the luxury of space like that, but the job of junk removal, like that's the tip of the iceberg of the money that you can make in this business. You can make so much money by scrapping metal. Really, if you take the time and go through your metals and really know your metals, you can separate them and make even more money. We typically just put metal together, and when we have a full load of metal, we take it and dump it. And we think that's great because you get a scrap check that you're not expecting.
Unless it's copper and brass, we won't do that.
Yeah, definitely.
But one thing I would do if I was in an area where I knew it was going to slow down in the wintertime, I would save a bunch of items and get some totes at the house, or have a certain place at my house in the garage where I would just stack stuff. Maybe you get heaters from jobs, you get nice mattresses from jobs, you get nice small things from jobs. And in that wintertime is when I have a slowdown, I would start selling stuff then.
Yeah.
Just to get through the wintertime.
Yeah.
And I'd also save all my scrap too. And I would open up an eBay account and start slinging on eBay all the small items and stuff. That's what I would do if it snowed out here, JoJo.
Yeah.
We'd be at eBay addicts. We would. We'd be eBay addicts. We'd be slinging all kinds of stuff out the house.
And that's it. He has a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah, eBay addicts.
So he talks about reselling stuff all the time. So if you've never checked out his YouTube channel, you should totally check that out.
We should actually get him on the channel sometime. I'm gonna hit him up.
Yeah, we've had him before.
Have we?
Did it? I'm pretty sure
Maybe
we had.
we
We had him once.
Okay. We'll get him again.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, it's been a while since we've talked to him. Yeah. So Jordan says he's got to run, but thank you, Jordan, for tuning in and having lots of questions and stuff. He lives in Sacramento. So yeah, 2024 is going to be the year of more for us.
More advertising, more investments, more money. JoJo, what are we gonna invest in? What are you thinking?
Oh, we have not announced this yet, but since you're here with us, you can be the first to know.
Go ahead, JoJo. Announce it.
So we've been thinking about an investment property, and we didn't really know what exactly we were going to do. We were going to get something and we were going to rent it out and have that be income. But we were really thinking bigger. We began to think bigger, like what could we do that would help people, but still, generate income. And with that income that gets generated, it would enable us to get more properties quicker. And so we are looking into buying and opening up an SLE.
So we're looking at either a 5 or 6 bedroom house. Hopefully, the more rooms, the better, so we help more people out. And then opening up an SLE out here in Santa Rosa. So we'll help people out. They'll pay for the mortgage. We'll get a little bit of extra cash flow coming in every month. And then we use that money to buy some more properties later on and repeat the process.
Yeah. So, and then an SLE, what if people don't know what that is?
It's a sober living environment. So people that are fresh out of programs, fresh out of jail, they need somewhere to stay. They need somewhere to live where there's more sober people there. That's what an SLE is.
Yeah.
So we're helping people out. They're helping us out. We're changing lives. And it's a win-win situation.
Yeah, and it's great. And you can run it like it's like a whole other business. So it's, you're making money because it is, I lost my train of thought.
It's all right, JoJo.
You're making money.
We're making big moves in 2024. Let's
Yeah.
just say that. And also the radio station, JoJo, doing a little radio thing we're gonna be doing.
Oh yeah. So a guy came across our channel, and he likes our videos. He likes the way we work with each other, and he loves what we're doing. The motivation of talking about starting your own business and how you can do it. And he approached us about putting our live broadcasts on radio and on podcasts and stuff like that. So that's something that is in the works for this year, and that's going to be great because hopefully it draws more people to our channel, and before you know it, everyone's going to have their own business.
That'd be cool, JoJo.
Yeah.
So someone said, don't become a landlord. Make sure you got a property manager. What we're going to do is have someone there on the property managing actually all the guys. That's the game plan. Someone living there that's going to manage everyone.
Yeah, and that's what you do. Are they called house manager?
House manager.
Yeah,
so someone we can trust that can live there on the spot and make sure everyone's following the rules. So we're gonna learn the whole sober living game, figure it out, and we're gonna do it. That's the game plan.
Yeah, and it's like a whole other business, we contact somebody that knows other people that are doing it, right? And then you sit down with those other people with a pen and paper, and you ask them all kinds of questions that you need to know before you get started. And that's what you want to do with anything you do. You want to sit down, you want to look at the area you're planning on starting a business, making sure there's a need for it, talking to others like us that are doing the same thing, taking notes, and you do that. That's all the stuff that you do, before you get the truck, right? You don't get a truck and then try to figure it out. You get that's what we did. We figured out it and learned and took notes on everything we could before we even had the truck to start junk removal. We did our website, our Yelp. We did all of that before we even had a truck.
We watched so many videos on YouTube and took little notes and wrote everything down. And that's what we did. We didn't just buy a truck. We didn't have money to buy a truck at first. We were poor, broke, and had no money. And we were trying to make shit happen. So we decided to start a business. I started eating more top ramen and more oatmeal to save money to buy a truck. And we did our homework, and we got on all the free platforms before we even had a truck. And then everything just worked out.
Yeah. And there's a saying, and it's so true. And I don't think there's a better saying out there, that knowledge is power. So whatever you learn and you put into practice, you're never going to stop learning. And whatever it is that you're thinking of doing, always educate yourself on it. So knowledge is power. Right?
I totally agree, JoJo.
Yeah. So On Scene Cleaning Services, God bless you guys. Thanks for all the motivation. I hope we all have an amazing year. Big shout out from Richmond, California. Okay, you're in Richmond. On Scene Cleaning Services. And Andy says, I'm going to start advertising for pressure washing this year, as well as demo, just to try and keep the schedule a little fuller. I'd like to hire a full-time guy because most things myself.
Yeah, you'll burn yourself out for sure. Having some extra hands is a game changer for sure.
Yeah, that's good for you. Advertising and pressure washing as well as demo. Yeah, that's great. And it's great. I don't know if you're doing junk removal with that, but you'll often show up at a junk removal job. And every job you go to, kind of scope the property. Is there a shed that they want tore down? Is there a PlayStation that needs to come down? Just always look. If something looks kind of shabby, you can ask them, oh, what's your plans with the shed, or what's your plan with that fence, or, and they can and you let them know that you do demo. And also pressure washing. You can always let people know, oh, I notice your driveway might need some pressure washing. I do that too.
It's all about the upsell.
It's all about just communication and selling yourself. If sometimes people think they need like a paint job or something, and really they just need a good pressure washing.
Yeah.
Good
So we
you.
got 33 people in here. Make sure you smash that like button if you love me and the JoJo. And I never thought life would be this good.
It's so good.
It's so good. We got so many different streams of income coming in. I couldn't imagine JoJo would be named better.
Yeah. I think I'm going to research like some really good books for people to read. And if you're not a reader, audiobooks, because really knowledge is power with anything you do. And when you start making money, it's so good to educate yourself on what to do with that money. Because if you don't know what you're doing, with your money, then it ends up just sitting there, or it ends up gone. Because most people that win the lottery, they think all their problems are going to be solved, but really within 5 years, they're broke again because they have no idea what to do with that money.
You got to learn how to manage your money, especially in this type of business. You want to save your money, reinvest your money to make you more money, and don't go out there and just spend the money because the money's coming in. Don't think it's always going to be that way. So what I would do if I was you guys this year is stack your money, reinvest your money to make more money, and don't go out there and start spending a bunch of money because it's coming in. Save that money, reinvest it, and sacrifice. And trust me, it will pay off in the long run. That's one of the things we did. We had all that money coming in. We stayed in that small apartment complex for like 3 extra years with the roaches. With the roaches, it was bad. But you know what? We are able to stack so much money up and put 20% down on a house in California,
which is hard to do.
Just being in business, not even that long. And the only reason why we were able to do that is because we stacked our money. We saved our money. We were being cheap. We didn't have no money. That money came in, it got put away. That money came in, it got put away. We didn't look at that money. We just stacked that money up and reinvested it to make our jobs easier by getting a dump truck and pushing a button and getting something bigger to make the job easier. And that's something you guys should do too, is just sacrifice this year. Stack your money, reinvest your money, and make your job easier some way.
Yeah.
Damn, JoJo.
That's good.
I wish someone told me that back in the day.
So, NoCo Silver says, like is smashed.
I like that.
Thank you for doing that. So, we're good. We can wrap it up.
You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, I think so. Unless anybody has a really quick question. There we go. R5 hauling and junk room. I got that Profit First book you mentioned in another video, and I'm reading it now. Also have my Yelp, Google My Business, Facebook, and Nextdoor profiles all set up and verified. Website is live. Woo!
Hey, that's what's up. You're on the way right now.
Good for you. So leave your website, so we can go to it and look at that.
And one more announcement too. If you guys want to check out the coaching classes that we're going to be doing, we're not sure when we're going to launch it, but check out SonomaStrongCoaching.com or go down below and go to the website. Read the whole website if you guys are interested in jumpstarting your business. If you're just new to the business, you're not doing that good in the business, and you don't have that foundation built for the business yet, we can show you guys how to do it. And just know, we're not picking just anyone. We're not taking just anyone's money. We're going to be real picky on who we choose. So if you guys want to check it out, check it out. It'll be a game changer for your business. And plus, it's a write-off. And I wish, JoJo, when we started the business, that we had something like that, because there's so much game and information in our classes that can change the way people run their business.
Well, what we did was what we do in the class is we teach you in 6 weeks what it took us 5 years to learn.
Actually going on 6 years.
6 years to learn. Yeah. So there you go.
There you go. And is there anything else you want to say, JoJo? And then, Dad, if you're watching this, I want the FJ Cruiser back. No, I'm just kidding.
You guys are my mentors. Thanks for everything. We love hearing that. Thank you, R5, hauling and junk removal. And we wish you the best ever 2024.
And remember, in 2024, just do more. Do more advertising. Do more jobs. Get more customers.
Make more money.
Charge more money. Do whatever you got to do. Just do more.
Donating.
Do more donating.
Yeah.
Scrap metal more. Just get more money. That's all we're asking for is get more money.
Yeah.
Anything else, JoJo, or no?
Nope. No.
Are we going live tomorrow again or what?
I don't know. We might start going live more often because it's much easier than making other videos.
Oh, yeah. And with that being said, we love all you guys. Make sure you smash that like button. Happy New Year's. And I'm going to turn my ringer back on and line these jobs up.
All right. Thanks for tuning in.
Deuces.